Ghee isn't my personal favorite, but as a nutritionist, I still recommend it to some of my clients. I personally am highly intolerant to dairy products. So obviously, I can't tolerate ghee. My sinus hits up and I have a bad headache later, all within just 24 hours. But that doesn't mean I hate ghee. Most of my clients have given me mixed reviews about ghee and how they tolerate it. And I know it is a big part of our Indian cuisine. It is used in many household dishes like dal chawal, roti, sweets. Even our festivals are incomplete without it. And just because you are in love with ghee and have been consuming it since childhood, would I still recommend it? Then how do I decide if you should have ghee in your meals or not? Because believe me, once I recommend even 1 teaspoon of ghee, nobody sticks to that recommended portion but rather goes saying, Ryan sir ne to ghee khane se mana nahi kiya. First, I check their genetic report to see if they have the gene to break down dairy. If they are lactose tolerant, it's a check. Next, I see whether they have a reactive saturated fat gene, APOA2, and its variant or not. Basically, APOA2 is a gene present in your body that reacts when you eat a lot of fatty meat, butter and other saturated fats like ghee, and it gets even worse if you have the CC genotype, a potent variant of the APOA2 gene. So if you have this gene and follow an unhealthy lifestyle, then you're more likely to gain weight and have a higher chance of insulin resistance, a warning sign for diabetes. If you do not have a reactive saturated fat gene, then it's again a check. But 80% of my clients lose the battle here. Next, what I check for is my clients' food intolerance blood test reports to see whether they are allergic to milk or ghee. If they are not, it's a check again. The final check from me will only come after I see my clients' cholesterol levels and decide the nutrition goals. And if it's a weight loss plan you're asking me to get you on, it's an absolute no for ghee. And here goes away the ghee from your meals back into that ghee ka dabba. Now you might ask me, who do you actually recommend ghee to? To answer this question, you need to know a little bit more about ghee. Ghee no doubt एक कमाल का fat source है. घी में होता है preformed butyrate, एक fatty acid जो आपका inflammation कम करता है और gut lining को repair करता है. और एक bonus point, घी में होता है MCTs, medium chain triglycerides, वैसे ही जैसा coconut oil में मिलता है. But the difference is ये आपका weight नहीं बढ़ाते, बल्कि बॉडी को एक सॉलिड एनर्जी बूस्ट देते हैं और स्टोर फैट को बर्न करने में भी मदद करता है. बट डेली रिकमेंडेशन के लिए ये वीडियो एंड तक देखो. Now saturated fats in ghee is just one part of it. Ghee में मिलता है CLAs, conjugated linoleic acid, which reduces inflammation and fights cancers. Next important चीज omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. ये हार्ट को प्रोटेक्ट करते हैं, गुड कोलेस्ट्रॉल बढ़ाता है और ब्रेन हेल्थ को भी सपोर्ट करता है. Ghee is a storehouse of fat soluble vitamins जैसा विटामिन A, विटामिन D, विटामिन E and विटामिन K. But even having such great nutritional qualities, I just said I don't recommend ghee. और अगर मैं recommend करता हूँ तो who do I recommend this to? Athletes. Why? Because they have almost 3 times more the calorie requirements than the rest of the population, and they train for 4 to 5 hours a day. And since ghee and other healthy fats like nut butter or coconut oil are dense in calories, it gives them sustained energy, helping them stay sharp and perform like champions. But do I do this blindly? No. I make sure they are tolerant towards ghee and they have no allergies as such. तो कितना खा सकते हो? 2 to 3 teaspoons per day, but not more than that. For example, आप अपने दाल चावल के ऊपर 1 teaspoon डाल सकते हो. But here's a warning. If you weigh around 45 kgs, it could take nearly an hour of walking to burn those 15 grams of ghee. Think before that extra dollop of ghee. If you have passed all the tests, and if you've reached to this part of the video, तो ये भी बता देता हूँ कौन सा घी खाना चाहिए, homemade या पैकेज्ड. होममेड घी इज माँ के हाथों का मैजिक. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आपको पता होगा कि ये किस मिल्क से बना है और कैसा बना है, एंड कोई प्रिजर्वेटिव्स या एडिटिव्स है कि नहीं, बट ओनली इफ इट्स मेड राइट. बिलोना है तो बेस्ट ये है क्योंकि ये क्रीम से नहीं बल्कि कर्ड को चर्न करके बनता है. तो ये काफी जेंटल है ऑन द गट बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ द केसिन एंड द लैक्टोज इज ब्रोकन डाउन ड्यूरिंग द कर्ड मेकिंग प्रोसेस. लेकिन अगर बस मलाई को डायरेक्ट डायरेक्ट हीट करके बनाया गया है तो न्यूट्रिशन थोड़ा कम हो सकता है। और I know packaged ghee is convenient and shelf stable, but फिर भी make sure you check for quality and additives because most industries adulterate ghee with other edible oils, which makes the purity of the ghee questionable. Plus, we do not know how it is transported or stored. If you want me to make a video on how to check the purity of ghee at home, let me know in the comments below. Now coming to the final question that most people ask me, what is better, ghee or butter? Now we all know how ghee is made, right? But butter is made by churning cream. So it contains butter fat, water and lactose. But when it comes to ghee, most of the lactose is removed during the clarification process. Thus butter is not at all suitable to those having lactose intolerance. Nutritionally, both are very similar, but ghee is slightly more calorie dense. So whether I recommend ghee or not really depends on how your body responds to it. Just watching a video on ghee shouldn't make you think I am blindly vouching for it. Look, I'm not someone who villainizes food, and neither should you. But it's not the food, rather our compatibility or bio-individuality with it that makes it a hero or a villain. Ghee थोड़ा बदनाम तो है, but seriously यार, हमारे दादा परदादा को कुछ हुआ क्या? They used to eat it every day and they were fitter than us. They were farmers, they used to work hours under the sun, walk kilometers, eat organic food, breathe fresh air and go to bed early with good quality sleep. Not like us, beer chugging, club hopping and the fast food frenzy that we go for every weekend. If you don't want to eliminate ghee and want to know how your body reacts to you, click on the form link in the description below and I will get my team of dietitians to get in touch with you for you to discover, should ghee be part of your life or is there something more than ghee for your benefit?